that the reason I'm here is that I had big dreams. Others believed it was impossible to have dreams like mine. I am also living proof. This is not a Hollywood film. I literally come from the opposite side of the tracks. If you saw where I grew up and we took a picture of it, the area, the scenery, you'd think it's impossible for someone to come from there and end up here, but it is. And not to sound overly trite, if you dream big, surround yourself with excellent people. Leave your ego at the door. Share your achievement with others and have a little luck along the way. You can do anything. But there will be individuals along the way, and I remember this, who will tell you that you are dreaming too large. It is not possible. Those things simply cannot happen. Do not let anyone, friend, family member, acquaintance, instructor, or anyone else tell you that what you want for yourself and your family is impossible. It's possible. Don't be one of those individuals who 20 years from now will be wandering around in a 9-to-5 job, unhappy, angry, and bitter because they let their ambition slip away, because they didn't believe strongly enough in themselves in what was attainable. Don't let it happen, and I can't encourage you enough. Continue to believe that things are possible and that your goals may come true. And when it comes to identifying your calling, it must be tied to something you are so passionate about that you're willing to knock down barriers, scale mountains, and do whatever it takes. Are you willing to sacrifice so many other things for its success? And you can only do it if you have a strong underlying belief that this is something you're willing to battle to the death for. And I believe you won't be able to succeed at the levels you desire unless you find something you're truly passionate about, enthused about, and obsessed with. And I believe that along the way, you will have to persuade a large number of people to believe in you and the concept, and the opportunity, battle, and barriers that will arise can only be overcome by your passion, in which you will be able to persuade people to follow you over those hurdles. I know it seems silly, but it's very true. Dream big. And then dream bigger. When you are certain that you want to do something, and I believe that each of us was born with a purpose, that we all have something we are supposed to perform, that we all have some goodness within us, and that goodness entails a responsibility to demonstrate our grandeur. And when you know, you can feel it in your stomach, and you know you're purposely functioning below your ability, you become complacent. You stop extending, stretching, and stopping. Set a challenge for yourself. Let me share something more with you. Your desire is not only achievable, but also necessary. It is vital that you have it. Work on it. Grow yourself and pursue what is yours in the universe. I'm not going to settle for this. This is not going to be the end of my life. I deserve better than this. See, that will get you to do something. Many individuals go to work every day unhappy, and all they do is complain about it, but they do nothing to change it. You must possess faith. You have to believe in yourself that we can achieve our dreams. Yes, it is. Others have done it. We can too. We fail a lot. Many other people failed, but they eventually recovered and succeeded. So it is feasible that we can have what we desire, and we are determined to obtain it. We must surround ourselves with others who share our beliefs. It is necessary. We become negative and do nothing. People have left our lives. It is necessary. We never stop learning, growing, and improving ourselves. It is essential that we never give up. Never give up. Give up. Never let someone tell you you can't do something. Not even me. You must dream. You must defend it. People cannot do things for themselves. They want to tell you that you cannot accomplish it. You want something, go get it. Period. A friend of mine who runs a marathon. When he starts running the 26-mile marathon, he remarks, let's say the 18th mile is the wall. He told Les that when you get there and start jogging, everything in you tells you to quit and give up. Every muscle is aching and you tell yourself, I can't do this. I can't do it. And you simply keep going. It appears that you're relocating in slow motion. And then, when you finally break through that 18-mile wall, you know it's done because you're on autopilot. And you glide on in, knowing it's there. You know you will make it to the finish line. And we've all had moments where we were working on something and knew it was achievable, so we did what was necessary to make it a reality. We accepted the obligation to make it happen. Everyone couldn't see it. A lot of people didn't believe it. You were attacked. You were criticized. People were opposed to your actions. Yet you persisted. It was hot, harsh, and unpleasant, but you felt it was worthwhile. And ultimately you reached a point where you thought, what can stop me now? I am on the move. My hero, that's who I'm after now. When I was 15, a very important person in my life approached me and asked, who is your hero? And I said, I don't know. I need to think about that. Give me a couple of weeks, I come back. 2 weeks later, same person approaches and asks, who's your hero? I said, I thought about it. You know who it is. I said, it will be me in 10 years. So you witness every day, week, month, and year of my life. My idol is always 10 years distant. I'll never be my hero. That is not something I intend to achieve. I know I'm not. And that's good with me because it gives me someone to keep chasing. I don't know what your dream is. I don't care how disappointing it was. You've been working toward that ambition. But here's what I know. That fantasy you're having is possible. See, we can't always declare, I can do that. But we can say, it's possible that I can have my dream if we run toward it and work on it every day. No one could have convinced me, ladies and gentlemen, when I first began working on my dream just over 6 years ago. And I want you to consider whatever your dream is. Because I was willing to take a chance, which most people will not do. Most of the people you approach to try to bring them into the business are not risk takers. Most people have done everything they will ever do. They establish a family, earn a living, and eventually die. However, for people who are pursuing their aspirations, life has a unique significance. And here's what I'll tell you about the process of working on your dreams. You will experience a great deal of disappointment, failure, anguish, setbacks, and defeat. However, in the process, you will learn things about yourself that you were previously unaware of. What you will discover is that you have greatness within yourself. You'll understand that you're more powerful than you could ever have imagined. You will discover that you are greater than your circumstances and that you do not have to live your life as a victim. However, it is not only important that you believe and begin to understand that it is possible for you to live your dream as you pursue it, but that you must work on yourself and grow yourself. It is critical that you remove the energy trainers from your life. People who don't want anything, who don't strive, who don't push themselves, who don't progress, and who have given up dreaming. It is essential that you align with people and draw them to your business. Who's hungry? People who are unstoppable and irrational, who refuse to accept life as it is and seek more. My mother used to remark, birds of a feather flock together. If you hang out with losers, you will become a loser. It's critical that you remove the losers from your life if you wish to live out your dreams. It's necessary, knowing that everyone will not see it, will not join you, and will not share your vision. It's important to understand that many people enjoy complaining but refuse to take action to improve their position. You are an uncommon breed. You have to believe in yourself that I am capable of doing this, even if no one else does. Take those idiosyncrasies. I must see it for myself. That is necessary. This is also necessary, ladies and gentlemen. You are creative when you are working on concepts, that you recognize the need of changing things up and readjusting your approach. Many times we have a wonderful concept, but if we don't advance it properly and things don't happen, it becomes depressing. I don't think the notion works. No, this is not true. That's you. That's you. That no one else can do it for you. And that disappointments and setbacks will inevitably occur. It goes with the territory. You must grasp this. Well, we all adopted that mindset. When we encounter rejection and a no, or when we have a meeting and no one shows up, or when someone says, you can count on me, and they do not follow through. What if we have that attitude? The cause has been repossessed and no one believes in you. You have lost repeatedly. The lights are turned out, but you continue to stare at your dream. Examine it every day and tell yourself that it is not over. Up till I win.